Okay.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning. This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer. About to give it to you once again. Yeah, and I have a guest, Trisha Fladten, and she's here with me to talk about her fitness journey. And how you been?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm right. All right. All right. Can't complain. Like, how was your Memorial Day?
Busy. We were with all the kids all weekend, just running places and doing amusement parks, enjoying the weather. So enjoying summer now. So it's not too bad here. We're in Missouri, so it's not super hot right now.
Okay. Wow. What's it like having 5 kids?
Busy. Never a dull moment, I'd say.
Mm,
But they're pretty cool. They're at my oldest ones are at the age where, um,
sorry.
it's just a lot of fun and they're hilarious, and so we all kind of have a little banter in the house.
Yeah. I had a picture. I took a picture, well, snapshot picture to put it
Mhm.
on my phone. You giving birth and stuff.
Oh yeah, my twins.
Wow.
That's a raw moment. So I mean, so the girl was on me, and then I pushed out the boy right after, and it was just an empowering thing that I wanted to share with people.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's it like. Of course, I don't know what's it like having birth,
Yeah,
but seeing that, wow, gotta respect you women more a little bit. So
I think so too. We're all pretty cool.
yeah, 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 yeah. It's just there's certain things that kind of go to extreme. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I seen your interview on DD on the spot, and it was a good interview. Like, you mind telling me and the viewers, for those who ain't familiar with you, what led you into bodybuilding?
As far as I mean, I've always been into fitness. Since I was a kid, I was never really the girly girl. I was always kind of into sports and more so just like with the boys. I had four older brothers, so and then a dad in the military. So it's just kind of what I was used to, that rough around the edges. And then when I got into high school, um, I started getting into weightlifting, and I really enjoyed that. And I kind of had some PRs, did some records for the school, which was pretty cool. And then I joined the military, and I got some excellent fitness stuff in there as well. And then met my late husband, not my current husband, my late husband in the military, and he was really into fitness, and he was kind of into bodybuilding. And then whenever he passed, I kind of really went full force into my fitness world. And a friend of mine back in 2021 had mentioned she wanted to do bodybuilding, and I was like, okay, that's something I've always kind of been interested in. And then we went for it, and then the rest is history. I just loved it. I stepped off stage and I thought it was just the most empowering thing. And uh, I'm not one to really like the center of attention, but in that moment where you just get to show off all your hard work and you know that it was you, I think it's the most amazing feeling ever. And I always encourage people to do it at least once because I think it's the coolest feeling ever.
Yeah, yeah. So your husband put you on to bodybuilding mostly?
My late husband, he had gotten into it, but I was never really allowed to go down that path, just with in the sense of how controlling he was in that part of my life, and all that. So when he passed, I kind of took that and put all my energy and everything into fitness.
Okay. What was it like learning like about bodybuilding, because it's different from other
Totally.
sports.
I had done my research a lot before. I had tried to compete back in 2016, and I was going to be in the bikini category, and it was not something I was really ever. I never really felt I loved that because it just didn't really feel like me, and I could never really be 100% committed. And so when I took some time off, and then I came back, and I was like, you know what, I just really want to do figure, and my body just kind of flourished, and my genetics worked with me. um Kind of going through the process, I knew it was going to be hard, but again, being military, I thrive on structure and routine and discipline, so for me it was second nature. And I was like, this is cool, I love it. It's one of the most mentally challenging things I've ever done and will ever do for sure, but I think it's so worth it.
No. Did you have like somebody that you could emulate a little bit?
As far as who I like looked up to, or anybody
Yeah,
local.
like a bodybuilder, like an athlete, like a Corey
Oh, for
Everson
sure,
or
Sid Gillen. Sid Gillen's like she's just amazing, and that was who I was like, oh my gosh, that's who I want to be. And it's so funny because before I really got into it and kind of understood like how big she is and in general,
mm,
I would take screenshots and I'm like, this is who I want to be like. And I go back and I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious because she's the best of the best, you know, she's the standard. So yeah, she was kind of always the one. And then there's obviously other IFBB pros that I've followed along the years that I've just fallen in love with, and um they're just amazing. And they're one on my team right now. She's a coach on the team. It's Tessa, and she's an Olympian now. She's going to the Olympiad this year, and she's just amazing, truly amazing.
mm. Well, we got a guest on the chat, all the way George Page. Good morning, Clyde and Trisha. And all the way George Page, Trisha, I want to tell you as a citizen, I appreciate the sacrifices you and your husband has made for this
Oh,
country.
thank
Yeah.
you.
How long you was in the Air Force?
So in the Air Force, active duty, just a couple years, and then I went into guard after I had my oldest son, and that was let's see, probably a total of 9 years.
Not, wow, wow.
Mhm.
What you did in the Air Force, if you don't mind me asking?
Active duty, I was security forces, so a cop. And then whenever I went guard, I became knowledge ops, and so a lot of desk work and kind of in the offices and the main central part of it. And I was up in
No,
Alaska,
okay.
so we worked a lot with like kind of they worked a lot with Alaska. Well, some of the bases worked a lot with oh, what's the what am I looking for? Like surveying Russia and stuff, kind of keeping all that protected. Which my late husband did that, so that was pretty cool.
No. Did you enjoy it, or it's just a job to
Oh
you?
no, I love the military. Again, I love the structure. I love the routine. I love like you got to be here at this time. You got to do this. All right, cool.
Yeah. I,
And I
I,
still have
I,
friends
I rem-
that I have
no,
friends
go
that
ahead.
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I remember I tried to listen to go to the military, but I couldn't pass the what's the test
As
that yeah the ASVAB. I
yeah,
couldn't pass. Like I think like I remember they gave me like the tryout test, like the first test when you like enlist,
right.
and like I did it. I must have did that like 4 or 5 times. Like I
Yeah.
swear, I just for some reason I don't know. I probably didn't apply myself as much because it was
Right.
like you got to study and it's like
And then
I
you're a
don't
kid
know.
too, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, I try. I mean, I remember one time I did good in the vocabulary, but then the math, forget about it. It
Yeah.
wasn't happening. So I
Yeah.
like yeah, I'm not mad neither. So,
Yeah.
but all the way,
I always
George. Oh,
being in
go
the
ahead.
military.
I'm
Oh,
sorry, baby.
I was reading that what it came up. It said Sid is close to Linda Mary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Said is close to trying Linda Marie, Ronnie Coleman for the most
Linda Mary's
Olympia.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Rolando G. Good morning, Clyde, Trisha, looking fantastic. Love the way your
Thank you.
shoulders and arms look. Yeah. Let me pull out some pictures because I like your physique.
Yeah, that was when I was nationals last year at USA's.
Yeah. How was that for you? Like what you do like to prepare? Um
That was it was actually a really good prep. I went to it with such a different mentality. I knew that everybody was going to be the best. So I couldn't worry about anybody else but myself. In the past, I'm guilty of like looking at some of my competition online, like I'll scope them out. I didn't for that show. I was like, everybody's going to be amazing. So I just got to, head down, just grind in silence, like Sid Dillon says. So and that's what I did. It got hard, really hard toward the end. I struggled a lot the last, I want to say 3 to 4 weeks, but I just stuck to it and I grinded it out and enjoyed the process. And I just enjoyed that. I didn't even know it was so funny on stage. I didn't even. Everybody was telling me congratulations when we got off for prejudging because of where
Mm.
I had placed, they assumed I got second, and I didn't even know. I was just so happy to be there. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's second place is it's not bad. That's cool.
No, at USA, if you're second, you still get your pro card in your class.
Oh, okay, okay. How was that feeling when you got your pro card?
Indescribable. Honestly, I don't even. It doesn't even. It still doesn't feel real. So I just started competing back in 2009, no, 2021. So to
Okay.
get it in 2 years felt like it just. I feel like such a baby to the sport that it still doesn't feel real even after all this time. But it's an amazing title to have, and I see all these other women that hopefully I step on stage with one day that I've just idolized for years, and it's pretty amazing. I can't wait.
Mm. What you think you need to work on, like in terms of body parts?
My back, the depth of it, like kind of the density, and then the width, and then my legs. So pretty much everywhere. We've been working on it. I have a new coach now. I've had him since April, and
Okay.
I've had quite a good amount of growth even in a month and a half with him, and he knows what he's doing, and he's amazing, and he listens to me and pays attention to my body. So I'm excited to see what we're gonna do next year.
Yeah, that's it's good to have a good coach.
Oh
I wouldn't
yeah.
know, but yeah, I mean, but like talking to other bodybuilders, because some of
Hmm.
them they would kind of switch up, to coach, and
Right. And
till
I
they
mean, you
find the
don't
right one.
necessarily, it's hard because you don't want to coach hot, but at the same time, you want somebody that's going to listen to you and they know what they're doing and they care. And, again, it's kind of through trial and error and nothing against my previous coach. It was just my time to kind of, move on and, try something new.
No, but yeah, but you're like a personal trainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that? Like coaching others for you?
Oh, I love it. They are inspirations for me. There's days where, like, they'll tell me, and they just have amazing weeks and they just, communicate with me and they're everything that I would want, because I try to be as an athlete and then they are like that with me. Um, I love it. It's something so amazing to help other people and to help other people achieve the dreams that they want. And it's been a lot of fun.
You have any success stories you want to share, or
As far as like competitors,
yeah, your clients.
I
Like
have,
even if like I don't mean to cut you off, but even like clients that competed, they transitioned to being competitors. You can share that. Also.
not yet. I don't, I'm still new to the coaching of competitors. Lifestyle, I have great results. My girls, like I have some that don't even work out at all and just follow the meal plan that I give them, and they drop consistently and like they have amazing transformations in just a few, or not a few months, but like over time, and it's sustainable results, versus just the quick fix. I have a couple competitors that are going to be competing this year, so that'll be fun to see how they do. In the past, I was working with my old coach. We kind of worked together on our competitors, and they looked great. They did a great job. They were competing in different organizations and so like locally, so it's a lot of fun just to kind of see how different people do different things.
What it's like to go through that process of coaching people and seeing them like transition.
I think it's pretty cool. The human body is so amazing to me, so
Yeah.
you know you want to have sympathy for them too because you feel bad that they're suffering at certain points of prep. I mean, it's not like you have to suffer the whole time, but there will be times where you do have a low. It's just a part of it. It's hard. It's the hardest thing you could do. But just to kind of not always feel sorry for them and be like, okay, and then just give them that motivation that they need in that moment. I think that's a lot. That's really rewarding. And then just to see them, come across stage with the biggest smile and just feeling really confident and really great and happy, and that's amazing, honestly. Just
Well, you
watching the
got
lead
all.
progression.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All the way. Do you miss military life?
I do. I do. The family that like I created within that, with other people, other families. is definitely something I miss, and just kind of moving around. This is the longest place I've ever stayed as far as in one spot, not like moving around. So
Yeah.
that's been a transition for me that I'm still adjusting to. But yeah, I for sure miss it. I miss again the structure and the routine.
Okay. He says I had a 88 on the ASVAB.
Did he beat you?
All the rage on stage. It's a lot harder to compete with enhanced bodybuilders as a natural. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Rolando G, wow, that prep is no joke. Here you stay focused if you know the routine, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who's this? Taylor Swift?
No, she's beautiful though. So I met her at USA's. She was so sweet, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Let's take pictures." So I wanted, we all kind of wanted to document the day and just truly embrace it and be in the moment, and so we did. And she was amazing. They were all so amazing. I mean, even though
Wow.
they're your competition, but the way that they were all uplifting each other backstage was just incredible, honestly.
Mm. What made you want to compete? Like,
Um, it's just something I'd always been interested in, and just like the beauty
mm,
of it, and kind of the hard work, and to see what the body can do, and what the mind is capable of. That was always really, really intriguing to me.
okay. Yeah, I see your stages. So this
Yeah.
is this is
So,
like your poster.
so this was my transition from my previous coach to my new coach, and kind of how my
Okay.
body recomped just in a matter of a month. And that's with a coach that he pays attention to all of my biofeedback and how my body's responding to the food, and pulls it, and so a lot of what I was having before was hormonal issues, inflammation, gut issues,
Mm,
all that. And then when I transitioned to the new coach, he really heard me on all that, and really implemented kind of different ways to fix it, and it helped within a month.
what's your coach name?
It's He's an IFBB pro, Corey Curtis Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, how many days that you work out? Like just
So
training.
I'm a split where it's like I'm working out 5 days, and then I have a rest day on my sixth day. So it's 5 days on, one rest day, 5 days.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Well, I could show like some clips of you working out, you know. Yeah. How like what workout? What's your favorite workout?
I love back day. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I hate leg day, but I have so many leg days now, and I just got to learn to love it.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed that a lot of bodybuilders they don't really like working on their legs too much because I know the feeling a little bit because of doing that leg press, like it hurts. Like I know I'm like just like going back and forth with your legs. That machine, like I remember I felt that pain. I ain't wanna do it too much. I was like, nah. That's why I don't think like I was always like in and out of bodybuilding. I was always calisthenics and stuff
Yeah,
like that. I just
you don't like the
I
burn.
would try to do it. Yeah, like I had to get used to the pain and I recently had like a trainer, but it ain't really it's kind of stagnated now. So I don't even
Yeah,
know because I had financial problems and
yeah,
so it is what it is. But he wasn't a bad trainer because it was like there were certain things that he was real patient. That's what I like.
yeah,
And he would have me work on like squats and lunges, like with the weights. And I had like these like 10 weight these 10 weights, and we would just work out and we would do bicep curls and stuff like that. And
yeah.
yeah, he wasn't a bad um
Just wasn't your
trainer,
fit.
but yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
So yeah. Like how many like pull-ups do you do?
Right now, I don't know. This is
Uh,
I'm deep into my off season. I'm about almost a year into my off season now. Longest off season I've taken. So definitely a little bit kind of heavier than what I was in that video doing them.
yeah, right. I see you was like you had like these you was curling like how many pounds that you was curling?
Oh, in that picture, I
Yeah.
don't know. That one probably just 25. It was the end of my workout, so not too crazy.
You never went too heavy or anything like that?
I mean, it depends what curls I'm doing. Like if it's hammer curls, I think I could get up to 35s, 40s.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. Rolando G. Trisha, will you transfer to professional female bodybuilder or will you stay in the class division you are in? That's a good question.
Oh, like stay as figure.
Yeah.
Um, it's actually funny. So my coach, he had mentioned me possibly competing in women's physique too. Like I could do both, and I can't do both at my show, but like I would do well in both, is what he's thinking. So now we've kind of implemented during my check-ins to do the poses for both figure and women's physique to kind of see where I'll best fit. Um, I love the classiness of figure and the femininity that it brings. The no heels is an appeal to me for women's physique, but
Yeah.
uh, currently I'm wanting to compete figure for sure.
Like I was kind of like comparing your picture to another physique competitor. Like because you guys y'all not that different. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugging out or something. But like a physique competitor figure, it's just that it's like you guys got the heels and that's it. Some of you guys like there's a little difference, but I don't always see that much of a difference between figure and physique. Like what is your
So
thoughts about that?
I agree. So I feel like what it used to be from what I've seen in the past with previous pictures is that, figure was a lot smaller in the sense like and everybody looks bigger on stage, so in person everybody is a little bit smaller. But it does feel like the mass with figure and physique is similar. It's just the conditioning level is going to be except I mean, now I will say like the Olympian physique women are definitely like there's a huge difference there with them. But as far as like, other IFBB pros that I've seen, it does feel similar. But you know, I don't know. Again, I'm still such a baby to it that I'm still doing my research and still learning and just
Hmm.
kind of listening to my coach and what he thinks.
Okay. All of age your page with how the divisions are evolving, it's starting to be a lot of crossover to physique and figure.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
is what it feels like. Yeah.
All the nah, oh,
No, don't.
yo, you seen that one? He said she
I
got
saw it.
OnlyFans. Yeah, but, a lot of them, they do got like a lot of bodybuilders. They happen to be on OnlyFans and stuff.
I didn't even. I thought OnlyFans was like anything until recently, and somebody told me what it really was, and I was like, oh, okay, well, no, my current husband, no, him and he would never, and I would never. So
Yeah, I don't blame them. I mean, I wouldn't want my wife to do that, like, if she don't really need to do it. But
no,
to each his own. But I
right,
mean, there's things that I do kind of understand
right.
because
I
there's
don't
people
judge.
that yeah, there's people that they. Yeah, oh crap. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. Technical difficulties. Uh, yeah, sorry about that.
I was like,
Sorry, I don't know.
not me.
Yeah, my phone it just kind of was acting up. Yeah, like there's a lot of people, like a lot of bodybuilders. They're on OnlyFans. Some they in competition and stuff. They're pro bodybuilders. I mean, so
Now, are
yeah.
they like flexing in it? Because I could do a whole flexing thing. I'm cool with that. Or is it
Huh?
more? I said, is it like flexing or is it more?
It depends. I mean, there's some bodybuilders. They'll just show like on them posing. Maybe a little nude. There's some that they go to an extreme. Like
Oh,
there's some that used to bodybuild. They used to do competitions, but now they like they enter the fetish world and stuff. So
oh, okay. Yeah. To each their own. I don't judge.
yeah. So okay. He said that on all the way George Page OnlyFans, aka Beat the Meat website. Yeah, that's where he calls the websites Beat the Meat.
That's
You
funny.
know. Yeah. Do you get a lot of? I suppose you get a lot of support from your family
Yeah.
and friends. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, my family, they are always at my dad and my mom are always at every show of mine. My husband's a huge supporter of it, obviously, especially my kids. There was last prep, my son knew I had more cardio, and I sat down on the couch for a minute and he goes, wait, what are you doing? I said, I'm taking a break. And he goes, no, 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 you need to get up and you need to go finish your cardio. I'm going to watch the twins and you go finish it. And I was like, okay, dang it. Okay.
You make him do cardio?
No, he makes me do it in my prep.
Oh, he make. Oh,
He was yelling
oh,
at me,
okay.
telling me I needed to go do it, or he was going to tell my coach.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah,
So he's
I
really
heard.
great. They think it's cool.
Yeah, I heard at one point you was like overweight.
Yeah. Whenever, so when I, all growing up, I was always a little bit bigger. I was never super petite. And back then, it was about being small, like, and thin, and I just could never achieve that look. I always had kind of that athletic build. And so I got made fun of, was called fat when I was younger. I got called all those names. And then whenever I had my first son, I was about 200 pounds when I gave birth to him. And then I lost it. Not all of it. I was still kind of like, in that phase of not really caring, but not overeating. And then I really kind of got a hold on all of it. And when I was about 20, 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's how's your diet in like with the macros and all
Oh,
that?
I do a meal plan and I just eat what my coach tells me to eat. Same thing every day. I'm good on it. I've always been like that. My husband now, he's used to it. So I make my own food and then I make their food or he'll make their food or whatever. So it's kind of always been the norm for everybody. I just kind of always eat my own thing, even before
Mhm.
bodybuilding.
Yeah, yeah. I
Hmm.
used to I used to be a vegetarian a little bit, and then
A
I just
vegetarian?
I just stopped. Yeah, this was like years ago. I
There's no way I
was
could do
getting
it.
skinny. Yeah, I was getting real skinny at one point.
Yeah.
So now I eat whatever. I do go like meals not eating meat at a
Yeah.
certain point. You know. So
We got to get that protein in.
yeah. Always, well, it depends on the person posing and modeling a good amount of porn also.
Oh,
But
for the.
speaking of that, like how are you with the posing? Like, are you like, is it is it hard at
Oh, it's
times?
hard.
Like how
It's
oh,
really hard. It's definitely, if it doesn't hurt, then you're not doing it right. So, and it hurts. It is really hard. It's definitely harder than the workouts if I'm being honest. I just being able to be conditioned for that and holding it on stage is difficult, because I try to practice in between my sets and holding my pose. And then when I'm like deep in show prep, I pose all constantly, like even at home just holding it and just trying to get conditioned. That's one of my hardest things. And then controlling my breathing through my chest versus my belly. So that it definitely is very, very hard. It's beautiful, and I love watching everybody pose, but it's definitely hard.
wow. I can't you don't really you're not really in that world too well for me, I'm just looking from the outside because
Right.
it's different. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
like it's not like other sports like basketball or football or anything
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
You more you're going in front of the stage and you're just posing in front of everybody. You know,
Hmm.
my first bodybuilding show I went to was like the recent New York Pro,
Oh, you
and
did? That's so cool.
yeah, yeah, and I came late. I missed the women's bodybuilding because I had like the 8 o'clock show, and I missed the women's bodybuilding and the women's physique. No, the women's figure. I thought I was gonna be able to have time to see the figure, but I ended up watching the men,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, make this, and I seen like the bikini,
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
what they yeah they the final like the final judging, like I noticed everybody kind of left, like majority of the people they left when they showing the bikini and stuff. So
It's because it's so big. I think a lot of people don't want to sit and wait. For
yeah,
my, yeah.
yeah.
That's cool though.
You
That's a
ever
good
thought
show to go
about
to. That's a big one. That was a big one.
yeah. You ever thought about going to bikini?
My body won't allow me. I could maybe go wellness, but I can't be that petite
Yeah.
genetically.
I
They have
mean, you look, you, yeah, you kind of big for bikini anyway. So
Yeah,
like for you to reduce it'd be kind of tough for you.
it would. I mean,
Yeah,
people do it often, but as far as like changing categories and all that, but
yeah.
it's not my
I would
it's not my
probably,
style.
yeah. I mean, I would say, I mean, like if anything, you would probably have the capability of moving up to physique. That's it.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful class too. I or division. I'd be interested. I'm interested to see kind of where we go next year because I'm not going to compete until next spring. So
Next one. Why is that? It's too intense.
No, so for me, my oldest is going to high school this year, and then my twins are going to kindergarten, and this will be the first summer in 3 years that I haven't been in prep. So I just really wanted to enjoy it and be present with the kids, and then I also wanted enough time to kind of put on the right amount of size that I need to, for my pro debut and not look like a fool on stage. I wanted to look, like the rest. So
Yeah, yeah,
it just gives me time to kind of grow and be undeniable and all make sure all my health markers are squared away and good to go.
yeah, yeah. I can imagine because you got 5 kids and that's a responsibility. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
I mean, they know when I'm in prep, and they're really good about being patient with me, and I try not to kind of cross over the two, and snap or anything if I'm super. I try not to let it affect them. It has a few times, but I try not to. So it's hard, but they're really good about it because they think it's pretty cool that mom's a professional bodybuilder.
yeah. Do you have like a sponsor?
No, huh?
Okay, because all the way George Page, bodybuilding also financially is a strain.
It
Like, how are you able to kind of like go through like these competitions and deal with the prep and pay for suits and all that stuff?
Yeah, so the last suit that I got was I had a really good discount on it. So it wasn't too bad. And then the suit before that I'd rented, and then my first suit I'd worn for my first couple shows. And that
Mm.
wasn't too bad either. But financially, like I'm a personal trainer and an online coach, so I have that kind of helping. And then I have other financial um I have other finances coming in, and so it kind of helps that. It is really expensive.
Oh, yeah. How far
The
you how far you want how far you want to compete? Like,
the ultimate goal would just be to step on that Olympia stage. That would be a dream come true.
okay.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if
I,
I will, but
I know you have to cook your food different from the
mm,
kids.
yeah. Oh yeah, and I in prep I bake. I don't really bake when I'm in my off season, but in prep I do. And so it's
Yeah.
so weird, I just bake all the time, or I'll buy the kids like all these baked goods that I see at the store just so they can try it and tell me how it is.
What do you bake?
I just whatever I find online, I'm like, "Ooh, I wanna try that," so I can see how they like it. So, they like when mom's in prep because they know they're gonna get all the goods.
Do you ever did like a vegan like cookies or something like that, or
Do what?
cook bake bake like vegan cookies or
Full. They get all of it. They get the sugar, and
yeah.
I don't skimp
I,
out.
I had Yeah, I had like vegan cookies. Like I bought one like a pack of vegan cookies. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh,
bad.
stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Let's do some little pictures. Like who are they? That's your
They
your,
were
your
actually
clients.
Yep, they were some of my clients. The one in the pink is still my current client. They became friends too, so they're really beautiful people.
Okay.
Yeah, locally.
You kind of. I think you're cutting off a little bit. Say
I'm
something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah.
I had like a picture of your trainer or something. Let me see.
She used to be my posing coach. Yep, Jen Scholes.
Um, how was she? Like,
Oh, she was a great posing coach. She really ran me through it and would make me hold it. But I always did really great on my posing. So
okay,
mm,
okay, yeah, yeah. The rest is just pictures of you, you know.
yep.
Yeah.
Check
All
it.
right, yeah. So, yeah, I really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I remember you asked me that question. Do I what do I just interview like women bodybuilders?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering your demographic. Like, do you do all over men, or do you just do like what do you do?
Well, I just do like the women bodybuilders. Well, I don't just do like the bodybuilder, like the bodybuilder division. I'll do like bikini. I'll do like physique. It
Yeah.
depends on the person if they interested.
So how'd you
Sometimes
get
I go
into that?
outside. Huh?
How'd you get into that?
Well, like all the ways George Page. I seen his channel. He would like interview bodybuilders and stuff, and I was curious, like, hey, how you, because how you start talking to these bodybuilders because
Right.
he wasn't he's not like a big YouTuber like that, but he knew a lot about the women,
That's so
and
cool.
so yeah, and I liked it, bodybuilders and women with muscles and stuff like that. I used to talk to them on Facebook, and I thought it would be cool for my channel
That is
to
cool.
talk
Yeah.
to, yeah. So I just started doing it like last year, and ever since that. He
Yeah.
says I do bodybuilding and MMA on my channel.
Cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
when I was young, when I was younger, I had an interest of working out and looking at the bodybuilders
Right.
stuff because it was on TV at times. They like it was on talk. The women bodybuilders mostly was like on talk shows,
Yeah.
and after a while, you don't really see them too much. They would get a lot of attention, a little bit more than the men too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
There's always going to be like it's it's either going to you like it or you don't. You know, you either get like, oh, you look manly, or oh, you look great, and there's never always something. So it's nice having people that actually appreciate the physique of a woman and don't talk negatively about it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I've had those. I mean, I would draw. I remember there's times I would draw, bodybuilders, women bodybuilders, and people would give me like negative looks. Like I did like an interview with this gentleman, and he was drawing women bodybuilders and stuff, and we was chopping it up about like people like accepting it, and even the women bodybuilders at times, like some do accept it, some don't care too much about it, especially with the support that we try to give and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not always easy.
It's not because you get looks and you get people staring or pointing or whispering and
Yeah.
start to like feel uncomfortable. It happened to me this weekend, so it's so funny that I say all that because I'm
Do
like,
you
yeah.
get it a lot? Do you?
When I'm in prep, I got a lot of people that will look at me and of course, ask me how much I bench and all that. But then right now, I've had a lot of people staring. Like we went to this amusement park this weekend with my kids, and people would whisper and point at me, and I'm like, I see
Yeah.
it. So I try not to like get in my head about it, but growing up and the way that I did and feeling self-conscious about my body and just trying to like overcome all of that and then having people do that, I'm like, okay, it's not negative. I still love my body, but I'm trying not to I try not to let it get to me. But it does make me self-conscious sometimes.
I mean, like looking at your body. I mean, compared to somebody else, because there's one like there's bodybuilders, women bodybuilders, like they like if you block their face, you wouldn't know the difference if it was a
Right.
man or a woman.
Mhm.
Like there's extremes,
Right. That's what's so
and like I'm seeing yours. It's like it it ain't really. It's out the norm, but it's not like to an extreme. Like I see like femininity,
right.
feminine. There's a feminine. You have more of a feminine than a masculine.
Right.
They all combined.
Right.
Then some of these bodybuilders is more masculine than feminine.
Right.
That's kind of like that's an extreme. Like I wouldn't want to walk with somebody that is more masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
It just all the way. The women need a lot more attention. The men's open and bikini get most of the attention. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Cause I remember I was just even watching the male bodybuilders. Like people would scream and this guy. His name is Nick Walker. I don't know. You
Yeah.
familiar with him? Yeah,
Oh,
I just now know heard about him through the competition.
yeah. He's massive.
Yeah, yeah, and they was just getting like they was getting like a lot of attention. It was more like a Knicks game or something like that. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm exaggerating, but
No.
I mean it was they was getting a lot more attention. Like everybody had their phones up, recording and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only thing about the bodybuilders, sometimes they seem like they kind of closed in and stuff like that. Like they have like this wall. So
Yeah.
that's what me just trying to understand that. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of understand a little bit because sometimes there's moments where I may not want nobody to say anything to me sometimes. So I get it, but it was kind of like wow, like it was a lot. A lot of them would do that. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I thank you for having me. I mean, giving me the opportunity to talk with you.
Thanks for reaching out. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. Good luck with you in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
All right. All right, everybody. That's a wrap.
All right.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.
No doubt.
All right.